Welcome to the Big Biz Show, featuring insight, analysis, and a lot of stuff that's none of your business.
Hold on. This is the Big Biz Show. I think it is their business.
Making the markets work for you. Here's the man with the plan, Sully.
Hey there, live from the Loft 100 studios in sunny San Diego, California. Big Biz Show is on the air. Of course, nationwide, coast to coast, 110 million broadcast homes strong. And wait, what does that say there? Wait, no, let's roll back in on that, please. No, open that up. What?
Dang it.
What? He says, dang it. What? Okay, let me see here. It says, watch this fearless woman consume 12 pounds of pudding in 3 minutes. Nothing but research over there from Costa. Conducting the due dilly.
You know, you try to watch a little porn on your own time, and this happens. No, one of my goals in 2023
is to watch women eat pudding. Excellent. Have you guys ever done 23? Have you heard 23andMe?
Sure. Oh, the
genetics thing?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done it, but I've heard of it.
It's interesting because it is crowdsourcing all the people who have done 23andMe to kind of find out, these are the traits from Eastern Europe, these are the traits from Africa, these are the traits from Italy, these are the traits from so it kind of tells you, okay, you're probably this much of this, because you know your parents, I'm half Italian, I'm half Irish.
Always. Right.
You don't know until 23andMe came around. 23andMe did a couple of things. It got really accurate on who you really were, so you found out who was full of crap in your family. Okay? Old Grandpa Sully had no idea. Okay? I'm just telling you that. Number two, you can choose to share your DNA out there to find if you have any lost relatives or maybe children from 1980.
I was going to say, that's a double. That's a double shot.
I've had a couple friends of mine who have said, I've got a son, and he shows up and it looks like, oh, yep, that's your son, all right.
Oh, my Lord.
You know? And then you start doing the calculation, and his wife's going, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, we were married when, and you were.
Oh, this is right before you. 6 months before we got married. But I did the test, and I found out my name is Sullivan, daughters McKenna and Delaney, as Irish as can be. Do you know what percentage of Irish I am?
No, don't disappoint us.
0.
No! No!
None. I've done it 3 times.
No. Wow.
3 times. And every time, same thing. 80% Sicilian, 10% Swedish, 10% Jewish.
Interesting.
And I didn't know Jewish was a thing, but I guess they categorize it as a I don't even know the word. It's a what's that?
Ethnicity.
Yeah. Right. It's an ethnicity.
But it's a type of Judaism. It's a type of Jewish.
Well, I don't know. Judaism is a religion, but Jewish is that Israeli?
Sorry.
But I just thought it was interesting. So I would encourage everybody to do it. Maybe not check the share with everybody box.
Right.
I didn't do that, nor will I. But I found out, it's interesting because, your mom says, and then your grandfather, not even close. I knew my grandmother was from Sicily. But some dude named Sullivan got in there somewhere. And
we're Blirish, so.
I like it. Nice.
That's all right. I'm Jap Italian or something like that. Italianese.
But there is a term, Black Irish, the really black hair and very kind of dark skinned Irish people that were in the that were in Ireland. That they not the.
Yeah, we'll edit that out. Thanks.
No, it's.
Oh, my lucky charms.
Oh man.
What's okay? So anyway, I don't know how we got on this subject, but
pudding.
23andMe.
Oh, pudding. Pudding. That's right.
Oh, pudding.
But one of the things I've ran across is the 23andMe scam, where now that you've got your blood type, they've ripped off the email list from 23andMe, and now your lost relatives are trying to get a hold of you. And love you and want you. Steve, I know you're shaking your head right now, pal, but you know he's dying. So that's got it, and people are getting taken by that because their emotions are attached to this stuff, correct?
Sure. That's the idea behind just about all scams. It appeals to greed, emotions, all kinds of emotions, and it can be fear, it can be love, it can be, that's where you get the romance scams. By the way, in regard to scamicide, either thank you or blame you. You were the motivating factor of this, and we're up to about 4,700 scams
Wow.
since we started.
Jeez.
By the way, what cloister are you in right now? Because
think
it
it's
looks like
Hogwarts.
I'm at school. This is Hogwarts. I teach at Hogwarts.
Yeah, he is. By the way, Steve is a law professor, okay, but he also teaches either law or scams to the prison system. Can you describe that again?
Yeah, I used to say I taught con law to cons because
Yes.
before I taught at Bentley University here, I taught at in the state prison system in Massachusetts. And actually, Sully, I've met all kinds of people. The smartest person I ever met was a guy named Dale Tuttle. He was a bank robber and professional chess player.
Wow.
He used the name Andrew Goodman as an alias so he could sign things A Good Man. And he would go around the country playing in chess tournaments and robbing banks. And he was absolutely brilliant and absolutely incorrigible. He would talk about, well, if I were an honest man, which I'm not, and I always thought he'd go into security. I said, when you get out, what are you going to do? And he said, well, with what I've put away and everything in the economy, rob banks 2-3 more years, and then that'll.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Apparently,
this is all good.
he was a good bank robber, not a great bank robber, because he was in jail.
With what I put away.
Hey,
The last thing about him, which is actually good, he was in the maximum security prison in Massachusetts for the real violent offenders, which he wasn't. And I said, why are you here? And he said, well, I've been classified as an escape risk. And I said, why is that? He said, it's probably the 4 escapes. And one of them,
the 4
he said,
escapes.
he said, I taught them valuable lessons. They chained me up, with the handcuffs and the shackles and all. He said, which were an insult to a professional like myself. He's being taken to a hospital. He's not sick, but he convinced them he was sick. He said, could you pull over to the side of the road? I just need to relieve myself. And then as he wrote me later, the chains fell off and the chase ensued. But he said, I taught him a valuable lesson because I'm not going to hurt anybody. I'm going to rob banks, which he said was a victimless crime because he paid sales tax and he created jobs. He said, murderer and rapist did that.
That's actually a pretty good logic. Look, it's a victimless crime
President.
because the insurance companies are paying for the banks, and I am spending money as a consumption tax, paying sales tax, so I'm creating jobs. Actually, bank robbers, God bless bank robbers.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
Steve, I have to ask you. We have to talk about this thing you've been talking about for a long time. And that's why we should not be using credit card over debit card over credit card. Can you clear that up again for us?
Yeah, and this is probably one of the biggest things that people have a problem with and easy to correct. Never use a debit card. That debit card, except for an ATM, debit card looks like a credit card, but it is tied to your bank account. And the thing is that the protection under federal law, if your credit card is used for fraudulent purposes, someone gets a hold of the number or whatever, the law says you can't be held responsible for more than $50 worth of fraudulent charges. And frankly, in 100 years of doing this business, I've never seen a credit card company even hold people for that. But with a debit card, unless you report that scam immediately, you're in danger of losing your entire bank account. There's no protection there. And even if you report it right away, they'll freeze your bank account while the bank takes its good long time to investigate it. So only use your credit card for online or even in brick and mortar store purchases. Don't use that debit.
Yeah, and last of all, just real quickly, Steve, because I want to start having you on a regular basis. Again, what are we looking at for 2023? Are these metaverse scams? Are they more internet scams? I saw an Ethiopian letter scam come up again, as I mentioned, I think about a month ago, where somebody
still works, huh?
help me get my $3 billion out of
Or the prince that died?
Yes, or whatever. So what are we looking at for 2023?
It's funny you mentioned the good old Nigerian scam where get my money out of whatever. There was just a release today from the FTC saying that a variation of that is preying upon the Korean community with just that type of scam. And of course, one of the big things that is that this thing showed is affinity fraud. We tend to trust people who are like us. Who's like us? Well, it depends how where your affinity is. It can be a religious thing. It can be an ethnic thing. It can be whatever. But trust me, you can't trust anybody. These are the people like a Bernie Madoff who are going to scam you. The biggest things we're going to see more and more cryptocurrency scams, and these wonderful people, because a lot of people have lost money to cryptocurrency scams. They're going to be contacted by government agencies or private companies that for a fee will get your money back. All of them are scams. So crypto is going to be just a variety of scams in the upcoming year.
All right, fingers crossed. We'll take a look at it. Steve, JJ Weisman, the Scam Man, scamiside.com. Great guy. Thank you, buddy. See you next week.
Professor at Hogwarts.
Gryffindor.
Taught Harry Potter everything he knows.
Did ya? All right, much more Big Biz coming up. See you in a minute.